Hello, my lovely Leos. I am Jessica from Willow Vine's Intuitive Vibes, and I will be doing your love reading today. This is an ex spread, so it's either about you and your ex or just a past person. You could have been friends, you might have dated, you might not have, well, whatever, whoever's on your mind and your energy. And even if you're not thinking of them, it could just be because they're thinking about you and they're trying to move towards you, and that's why they're popping in. Usually it's an ex, but I just want to put that out there because I'm reading for a lot of you, and it definitely is somebody you know. This is a general reading. It will not apply to every single Leo out there. I wish I could do it, but I can't. If you would like me to pick up on your personal reading, please email me. My email's in the box below, and I'll give you all the information you need on a personal reading. It's also on the community tab as well as my website. Please join me over on Patreon. I do channel messages over there, and I'm going to try to connect to you guys more on a personal level over there. I hope that I can do, like, I don't know, live videos or something. I haven't put my face on camera yet. I don't know. I get nervous, so I haven't done it yet. Not to mention my camera sucks. I'm using a shitty computer. I need to get my P.O. box up and running so that I can start these contests that I want to do, because I need a logo. And I want my crafty, creative subscribers to draw up their idea of what I'm looking for. And, winners will obviously, receive recognition and free merchandise when I get it printed and drawn up and everything, especially for, the ultimate design. I just think it'll be really fun, and it will include you guys to the point where you'll get to pick what you think is really awesome. So anyways, I haven't really gone over all the details with that yet. I haven't posted it anywhere because I don't have my P.O. box up and running yet. Gotta get more money. This is my only job, so basically whatever money I get from Patreon, YouTube ads, which isn't much, and my personal readings, which is the most lucrative for me right now, it goes to bills and it goes to my kids. It is what it is. That's what we gotta do. So eventually I'll get to a point where I can start stashing money away and build up my merchandise and share the love with other people, because that's what I want. That's my ultimate goal. I don't know why I'm sharing that with you, because I haven't said that to anybody else. So you guys feel special. You got an inside peek into Jessica's brain. Anywho, shit balls. I was going to say something else. Whatever. The energy here is actually, I don't know, it kind of contradicts itself in my head anyways. It's almost like I feel a disconnect between you and this person, and I don't feel like it's an emotional disconnect. I feel like it's a disconnect due to outside influences, so friends, family, whatever. It's almost like somebody does not approve of you and this individual coming together, for whatever reason. I feel that it's religion based, actually, but we will get into that. So the overall energy is love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And then we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. With love yourself first, I feel like this is a message for you and this other person. It's basically telling you not to lose faith within the connection, that it has nothing to do with you, with who you are as a person, with what you look like, with your ambitions, your goals, your dreams, whatever. It has nothing to do with that. This person finds you attractive on multiple levels, as well as I feel like you are attracted to this person in multiple ways as well. I almost feel a sense of codependency with this. Whenever I see love yourself first, it's almost like it's the universe telling you you don't need anybody. It's okay to want somebody, but you don't need them, and you need to know the difference between the two. Become financially stable on your own, become independent emotionally, and just in all areas of your life, because when you have that sense of independence, that is showing self-love. because you're taking care of you and you know that you don't need anybody else. Like you don't even need your family and friends and whatever, but it's nice to have them there for their advice and their comfort and their love and whatever, no matter what type of relationship we're talking about, platonic or romantic. It's nice to have somebody there to support you and to back you up, and to help you with your finances and whatever, but it's not necessary. And I feel like a lot of you are very independent. I feel like you haven't always been that way, and that's why this card is showing up, and some of you still aren't independent or as independent as you would like to be, and you're working on it. So there's a time and a place for commitments, especially in a love sense. I feel like you battle things out with your family. I really do. I feel like there is a disconnect there. And I'm not saying that you don't love your family and that they don't love you. I feel like you and your family express emotion differently. And then that brings me to religious factors, and I feel like it has a lot to do with that. So either you have strayed away from the quote-unquote family religion, so if they are Pentecostal, because that did pop in my head, so there's probably some Pentecostals out there, or your family is practicing that religion. There's, you could be Catholic, you could be Christian, you could be whatever. There's a million and one religions, Muslim, anyways. Regardless of what faith your family is tied to, and has, you've grown up in, I feel like for a group of people that I'm reading for, you've strayed away from that structure, from that belief system. And it's not that you don't feel that religion is right for you. It's you wanted to explore other religions so that you could make a decision for yourself. I mean, because ultimately faith is very personal. You can't just follow what your family says and take it as gospel. A lot of people do because they don't, think outside the box, and some people are very sheltered to the point where they don't get to experience other religions and other places and other people and other practices. And I feel like for a lot of you with this reading, you're doing that. You're stepping outside the box. And then there's another group of you that, you might have always had whatever faith you believe in, and the person that you're connecting to, your ex-partner, and this could be why you guys separated in the first place, or a friend, or someone you wanted to date, or just someone you've known for a long time from the past, you have different religious beliefs. You might believe in the metaphysical, you might be pagan, you might be Wiccan, you might be a naturalist, whatever it is, and they could be a Pentecostal or a, whatever, Christian, whatever, it doesn't matter. So their religion is more strict in the fact that if you guys come together, they say a house divided will always fall. I believe that's in the Bible somewhere. I don't remember where in the Bible, but with that statement, it's basically saying if you two do not have the same belief system or the same faith, it will never work out. So-and-so who believes in Jesus or God is going to go to heaven, but why would you want to marry somebody who doesn't believe what you believe? Because in your religion and your faith, that person's going to go to hell. So, you know what I mean? So it's almost like it causes a lot of turmoil. It causes a lot of emotional distractions and distress because you worry. Because if you love that person, of course, in your faith, if you believe you're going to heaven, you don't want your partner to go to hell. So it causes conflict, and that's why they say a house divided will always fall. But I feel that very strongly here within this, and that's the main energy that I feel is a divide, but it's a spiritual divide. And to me, in my personal opinion, that is no reason to let true love fall to the wayside. But everybody has their own belief system, their own faith, and you can't control how they feel and what they think. So what's meant to be will be, and if that's an obstacle that can't be overcome, then you just need to be independent, self-focused, love yourself first, and choose to move forward even if you don't want to. So I kind of feel like that's the basis here. I'm doing this backwards, so I feel it's almost like I feel like some of you have jumped the gun and then learned, like you were dating somebody, you were getting really intimate and getting progressing in the relationship, and this is past energy that I'm feeling, and then you found out their belief system, and everything just kind of crumbled down around you, because I almost feel a sense of like somebody trying to convert the other. And maybe you could have tried, maybe you could have learned about this religion and said, okay, well, I will try to participate in your structured form of religion, but I feel like it didn't work out in the way that you had hoped it did, because it's almost like deep inside you, that's just not what you believe. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there was effort in this. I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyways, and the reason why I say I'm doing this backwards is because I've been doing shuffled songs for everyone, for every sign, and you guys got Kane Brown, the song Heaven. And basically, you can listen to it, or you can download the lyrics or whatever, so that you can see what it means to you. But ultimately, in that song, he is so in love with this woman that it's like, it basically says like everyone's dying to go to heaven, but like heaven's right here, or heaven couldn't be better than this. So basically, she is his heaven. Like, he's so wrapped up in her that he doesn't understand how anything can be better. Like, this is who I need, this is who I want, this is the best thing in the universe, the best relationship. So that's really cute. I love that. All right, so let's dive right in. Mutual energy between you, Leo, and this person is Strength Reverse. So this is your cards, the Leo energy, and it's not having confidence, and it's fear. So I feel like there is a strong emotional bond between you and this past person, and I feel like you did date them, for whoever I'm talking to. So there's a strong emotional bond, and like I said, with the religious factors here and not being able to immerse yourself in what they believe in, it's almost like there's a fear and a lack of confidence on both sides that it's going to work. Like I said, a house divided will fall. It's almost like that's what you guys are thinking, like, how are we going to make this work if everyone is against us because I don't believe the same way that you do? And that could be from your perspective, or this other person's, or both of you. For some of you, this is your ex, and for others, like I said, it could be a past person, whatever, someone you want to date and you've known for a long time, or this could be your current partner and the struggles that are going on within the relationship right now. And I don't normally say that, but I feel like for a small group of you, if not one person, this is someone you're currently with, and you're fearing that they're going to be your ex because your faith differs. Yeah, then we have the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. Could be dealing with a Gemini, not necessarily. We have multiple signs within our chart, so don't get hung up on the signs. But this is making a decision in love. And for sometimes it can be making a decision between two people, but ultimately I feel like it's religious based, because even in this card, I don't know if you can see it, but that almost looks like a cross between the two of them. And I know it's just a sword and the hilt and everything. That's like, it's like communication and truth, stabbing down between these two lovers. And it's like having to decide, like, what direction do we go in? Do we run away together and make this work, or do we succumb to the opinions of others and go our separate ways? And I feel like like I said before, I feel like there's outside people who are interfering with this coming together, whether it's an ex-person, current partner, or whatever. It doesn't matter what your situation is or your connection with this person. I just strongly feel that family mainly, and certain friends, either on one side or both sides, are trying to come between the two of you, because there is a gap in faith, like a difference. And I feel like with the moon up here, you guys have tried to keep this secret. You've tried to keep this under wraps, at least the other person's faith, because you didn't want there to be problems. And I think one of you or both of you knew that there would have been. So yeah, there's definitely people who are butting into your business, and it's causing confliction. So what you think about this person, Leo, is the Page of Wands. You want to connect to them. Pages are younger energy. I don't feel like there's children involved, but I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who is youthful. And if you are not young, like in your 20s or 30s or whatever, or even a teenager for some of you, it's this situation is making you feel like a child, like you don't have control over your own life, like you can't make your own decisions. And I feel like that's very upsetting for whoever this is for, because you want to please everybody, but at the same time, you know, you really need to focus on you and love yourself first and think about what's in your best interest, not what's in the best interest of your mother, your father, your aunt, your grandmother, whatever. Like, my grandmother would be rolling in her grave right now if she knew that I was dating somebody who didn't go to church. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like in your thoughts, you're thinking of how to approach this person and how to explain this to them. So let's see, why is the Page of Wands? It's usually a message of good news. I just heard, let's run away together. So some of you could be thinking along those lines, like, fuck everyone, let's go. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. So you're thinking about how to work on this. In your thoughts, you really want to. You want to tell this person that it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. And even if this isn't from a religious standpoint, you could have friends and family who are butting in and saying, well, you shouldn't date your ex, or an ex for a reason, kind of thing. But you're drawn to this person and you're thinking that you can make it work. Some of you could work with this person as well, and you've just kind of stayed friends and now you want to take it up a notch. But I ultimately feel like you are thinking about telling this person, yes, I want to work on this, because wands are action. So you might be contacting them while they're at work so that nobody else is around. What they think of you is the Six of Swords. This is moving to calmer water. It's getting out of the muck and not listening to anybody else. It's calming your mind, getting out of a bad situation, basically. So they're heavily thinking of removing themselves from the situation because it's too stressful for them. And I'm not sure if it's removing themselves, like leaving you, and just not even going about this anymore, or if it's just like let's work on this, let's run away together kind of thing. Knight of Cups reversed. So yeah, they might be considering, and this is thoughts only, they might be considering moving away from you because this past person, or the person you're connecting to, can't handle it. They don't want to disappoint their family. They don't want you to go to hell, or they don't want to go to hell, or they, you know what I mean? Like, whatever the situation is, like, especially in the religious sense, they feel like they need to pull their cup away and not express their emotions to you because it's too stressful. There's too many people involved in this situation, and they're having a really hard time wrapping their head around it. I don't feel like that's what they want to do. I just feel like they're thinking about it, and if this has already happened in the past, they're thinking about how they pulled their cup away, basically, how they stopped expressing their love to you because of other people. So they could be thinking about what they did wrong in the past. And then what you feel about this person, Leo, is the Queen of Wands. You have a lot of passion for this person. I feel like this person has stand up for their convictions in the past, stood up for this relationship, this union, and you've seen that and you admire that, and that's what connects you to this person, is the fact that they did everything that they could, or that they felt that they could at the time. You're still sexually drawn to this person, and if we're going back to religion, you could have had sex out of wedlock, depending on whatever religion you're in, and that, you know, that could really upset family members, especially if they found out. But you still feel bound to this person. You're drawn to them. You have a lot of passion for them. You feel like they stand up for what they believe in for the most part, or they used to. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and this is no longer wanting to invest in something, and it's not wanting to wait. So in your feelings, for some of you, you might even be standing in your own power, choosing to love yourself first and standing up for what you believe in, no matter what happens, because you're sick and tired of having to wait around for this person to make things right, or to stand up for you even. So it's almost like, yes, I have passion for you, and yes, I want to make this work, and I feel like it could, because we have this really great emotional bond, but I don't know if I can invest in this anymore because I need to protect myself, is the energy that I'm getting there. Yeah, and with the Fool reverse, it's like, I don't want to get sucked into this drama. I don't know if we can move forward. Even though I want to, I'm thinking about making it work. Some of you could just be thinking about work in general too, trying to work on your stability to take your mind off of everything. But ultimately it's like, I don't know. I don't feel that this is going to work because there's just so much, there's too many people involved. And then how they feel about you is the Magician reversed, which is not being able to manifest this, not things not working out. Like, they feel the same. You guys are mirroring each other in this. You're both, you want to be drama free. You're both trying to keep your minds busy. You both feel like this isn't going to work out, that you think it's not going to work out, and you're trying to stand in your power, and they feel that it's not going to work out because they can't make it work, because they can't change the minds of whoever is butting their nose in where it don't fucking belong. Yeah, it's too stressful. Nine of Swords reversed. So this is like, I feel like there were sleepless nights. There was so much anxiety. They just couldn't get past what everybody was saying. And it's almost like, if I give up, I release this stress. I don't have to worry about it anymore. You know, like, I can't change anybody's mind. I can't make this work. I can't manifest this into what I want it to be, even though I want it. I can't live like this. So they're feeling that if they drop it, it will relieve all this anxiety, and they'll be able to move forward and have a more peaceful life. Even though that's not what they want, that's what they feel. And then what you want out of this situation and your action towards this person is the Lovers. And it's in the upright. So this is choosing, needing to choose your path. And sometimes it can be choosing between two people or just making a decision in love. But ultimately, I feel like this is choosing the relationship or you. And that's the choice you're trying to make. So your action, you're still contemplating this. Like, should I just go off on my own? Or should I move forward? And I feel like if you do move forward and you make the decision to be with this person, and that is your action, you're going to give them an ultimatum. Like, okay, if we're going to make this work, then we need to get the hell away from all these people and not allow other people to come between us. Because if we stay here, it's never going to work. We're just going to get stressed out. Why is the Lovers here? And we're not going to be able to get past this. Like, your parents will never condone us getting married. They'll never condone us having children. It'll be a constant fight if we don't move on without them. And then we have the Magician reversed. Yeah, you feel like you can't make it work either. It's like, that's why you're still trying to decide on whether you should be with this person or make it work again, rekindle something, or just move on. Because if this is an ex, it's almost like you're standing in your power. You've achieved a lot of things. It was stress-free. You were focused on work. You didn't have to deal with this bullshit. And now then, when they trot back in, it's like, oh, fuck, I'm in contemplation mode again. I have to really think. But I don't feel like I can make this work because it didn't work before. Nobody has changed in the situation except for you, Leo. And I mean, this other person might have changed to an extent, but I almost feel like if they do come back, you're going to be like, well, it has to be just you and I, nobody else, you know? Yeah, you feel like you have no new beginning with them, that it's not going to work. And then what they want, or their action towards you, is the devil. We're going right back to heaven and hell. This is temptation. They're very tempted by you. They're very sexually drawn to you. And I almost have, this is very religious based, and I'm sorry if you're not overly religious, but it is a general reading. This person is fearful that the only reason that they love you is because it's lust. Like, is it love or is it lust? Like, there's sexual energy here, there's passion here, they're connected to you, they feel very drawn to you, and they could be being told by their friends and family, or their church, even their pastor, whatever, that this is not going to move forward because this is the devil tempting you, because according to our law, basically our church law, you can't marry anyone outside of this faith, basically. This person is definitely, they want to come in, they're tempted. Why is the devil here, please? One of you or both of you could have Capricorn in your chart as well. But I get a lot of fear here. Like, they're terrified of losing you, and they're terrified of being with you, because this person is catching shit from every angle. And then we have the Hierophant. That's exactly what I just said, because I mean, that's faith, that's commitment, that's seeking advice. This is like the church saying this person's the devil. It's temptation, it's lust. You don't, this is not what is right for you. You don't marry somebody outside of this faith. You can't commit to somebody and have children with somebody who doesn't believe what we believe. It's very judgy energy, if you ask me. That's my personal opinion. And I know religion is a very touchy topic for a lot of people, so I'm not going to dive into any specifics. But I mean, there's so many religions, and I'm not just saying this is Christian, Catholic, or Pentecostal. It could be any religion. I just feel like this person's family and friends and their church will not approve of this union, of this marriage. They didn't approve of it in the past, and I feel like no changes have been made, and you know this. You feel like it's not going to work. They want it to work because they love you. You want it to work, but I feel like you've pulled away emotionally, or you are pulling away, or you have in the past. You're trying to, because it's almost like you can't be around this person because you love them and you want to be with them and you know that they're right for you, but there's so many people against you. And even if we're talking about this not being religiously based, the family doesn't like you, or your family doesn't like this person, or your friends don't. There are people who are putting their own biased opinions into this. It's not allowing you or this other person to think for yourselves, which is keeping you apart ultimately. And then your desired outcome between you and this person is the Nine of Swords. I mean, nobody wants to be stressed out, but I feel like what you think is going to happen between the two of you is nothing but stress and bullshit and sleepless nights, because I almost feel like this person's family, whether they're heavily religious or not, if they just don't want you two to be together, they are cruel. It's almost like I feel mean text messages, nasty emails, giving you the cold shoulder, never making you feel welcome, and you just don't want to deal with that. You feel like that's what's going to happen between the two of you, and you're just not prepared to repeat history, because I feel like you've been down this road with this individual in the past. It's just somebody you've never gotten over, because you know that this could be something so amazing. It's just there's too many obstacles, and neither one of you know how to get around it. And that's clarified by the Ace of Cups. What did I say? This love is so real and so true and so passionate and so wonderful that it stresses you the fuck out, because you wonder, how can something be so amazing and we have no support? If something is this great, is it a sin? Is it evil? Is it not supposed to be because mom and grandma say it isn't. Like, this could be your parents even saying that they don't like this person, or it's that person's family, or both your families just don't get along. Hell, if this isn't religious based and it isn't just your parents being assholes, it could also be just a difference. Like, maybe one of you is black and the other is white, and it's like mixing races. No matter what your race is, that's just an example. And I don't feel that there's anything wrong with that, by the way, but maybe your family or this person's family is like, nope, we don't mix races. I don't remember the word, interracial marriage or something. I don't know. It's almost like, yeah, you can date this person, you can kiss them, you can have all these feelings, but do not have children with them. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's some pretty arrogant and judgmental people surrounding you and this person. And that's why you're not together. And that's why you're not coming together again. It's like you want to, and there's an opportunity here to come back together, and you love this person so much. Oh my God, it's horrible. What this person desires, what they want between you and them is the Seven of Cups. They don't know what the hell to do. They want clarity. I feel like this person doesn't know how you feel. They don't know if you want this. They don't know if they can make it work because there's too many people involved. This person is definitely, I mean, a lot of it could be this past person's family and friends who are attacking you, judging you, and making this person question the relationship or themselves even. I just heard excommunicated, so if this is religious based, this person might be considering just doing whatever the hell they want to and taking that chance. But they need clarity. Like, ultimately they want clarity, they're just confused. It's like they don't know what option to take, what direction to go in, because they don't want to lose their family, but at the same time they don't want to lose you. And then we have the Four of Cups reversed. Yeah, they do not want to have a missed opportunity. So ultimately they want you to make this decision for them. They're trying really hard to make a decision, but they have so many people talking in their ear, they don't know what to do. They don't know which way's up. They don't have the clarity. Like I said, they don't want it to be a missed opportunity. This person misses you a lot. And they watch you. Page of Swords. This person probably stalks you on all your social medias, whether they talk to you or not. This is also text messages and, like, you know, talking on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. It's online communication, and they watch you. They make sure that you're not with anybody else, and they're trying to figure shit out because they really want to be with you, but they're listening to too many people. So the potential outcome between you and this person, this past person, if things keep going the way they are with this energy, is trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I feel like it's trust in the divine, it's trust in yourself, and trust in the other person that they're trying to figure things out. They also need to trust that you will make this work if they step away from these toxic people, because honestly, I feel like the only toxicity in this situation are the judgmental people who are butting their nose in where it doesn't belong. So it's calling for you to have basically faith that what's meant to be will be, and to trust that this person is working on it. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, which is divine timing. Well, what did I say? It's like trust in the universe, trust that whatever's meant to be will be. And then we have the Three of Swords reversed, that, you know, that you're moving towards healing energy, that it's not going to hurt forever, that people will get over it. And if they don't, you don't need them. You don't need toxic people in your life. It's easier to get rid of toxic friends than it is to get rid of toxic family. Trust me. I haven't spoken to my father in over 7 years, and that was one of the hardest things of my life. And he was a very toxic individual. I'm not going to go there. But this is moving forward in healing. And then the Page of Cups. It's small, but it's an emotional offer. And to me, this is an apology. It's saying, trust me, I am trying to move forward. I'm trying to make this work. Things will work out. Give me time. This is healing. I'm trying to move forward to heal this situation. I want to be with you. Have trust, have faith that it will work out. I'm sorry that my family sucks. I'm sorry that I listened to so-and-so. I'm sorry that I let this happen. I want to mend this. That's exactly what this is. I'm so sorry that people have gotten involved in your relationship and got it to this point where you guys are still trying to reconnect, for whoever this is for. Like I said, if it's not religious based, it could just be racial differences. Hell, it could be the fact that your family believes that only a man and a woman should be married, and this is a same-sex relationship. So, this guy, girl, they don't believe in your sexual preferences. They feel that it's a sign of the devil or some shit like that. Like, there's just some form of difference here that your friends and family do not agree with, and theirs don't either. And it's very difficult for you guys to get past this and move forward to be together. And then we have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, it's fucking stressful. Waiting around to see if this is going to work out, if things are going to pan out between the two of you, if you guys can overcome all this adversity, because there's so much of it. And then we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. It's like stressed out about releasing the people who do not belong in your relationship. Of course, if it's family, it's fucking hard. That's like one of the hardest things you can do. But if they're not supporting you and they're not helping you grow, then it doesn't matter who they are to you. They're not good for you and they're not worth being in your life. You deserve positivity. You deserve love. You deserve acceptance. So I don't care if you are gay, pansexual, if you're transgender, if you're religious, not religious, if you're black, white, Hispanic, Latino, Chinese, Vietnamese, whatever. I don't care who you are, what you look like, where you come from. We all deserve love and respect. And if your family and friends do not treat you with the utmost love and respect, then they do not deserve your time. They do not deserve to be in your life. And they don't deserve to be in your partner's life either, no matter who they are. If you love this person and they light your soul on fire, and you know that this is right, and they know that this is right, and that they don't want anybody else, and you don't want anybody else, then fuck everybody else. That's all I have to say about that. I can't stand judgmental people. I don't want to say I hate them, because hate is such a strong word and it hurts. It basically hurts the person who's hating more than anybody else. So I really don't hate anybody, but it really bothers me when people feel like they can't live the life that they want to live because they're listening to these toxic, ignorant assholes. And I'm sorry if I'm not being very nice about it. It's just, people they should butt their nose out. They should worry about themselves, and that is it. Because, and I've even told my kids this, I don't give a shit. If they're in love with somebody, I don't care if they're gay. I don't care if they're a different race. I don't care about anything. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is that they're happy and that they're taken care of. Because, I'm white. So if my kids chose to marry, for example, chose to marry a black person or whatever, all the power to them. As long as that person treats them with love and respect and kindness, that's all I fucking care about. And that's all anybody should care about, is respect. The Horse King, assistance and control. What did I say? There's so much control in this situation, and I feel like it has to do with outside people. It's not you and this past person or this person. And I think that's why I'm getting confused with past and present, because this is your ex, but they're still in your present. It's almost like trying to pull away but not being able to. And this is number 42, which breaks down to a 6, which is balance. It's balancing the scales. It's equal give and take, reciprocity, and that's what needs to happen here. These people need to be fair, and they need to butt their nose out. So this is your ally, and it says the Horse King always comes to lend you the power to go the distance, forging ahead whatever the weather, which is like pushing through this bullshit. You will most certainly reach your perfect destination with this noble ally. He lets you know that some person or circumstance brought through synchronicity will certainly appear to help you with your endeavors. You aren't meant to go this part of the journey alone. Exactly. This is also an important time to delegate authority to others so that they may assist you. Currently, you're magnetic to powerful people who are in the position to help make your dreams come true. The Horse King asks that you remain open to those who are sent to aid you. You can be assured that you will be lifted up and will ride high in victory. Yeah, so I feel like you need to speak to like-minded people, somebody of a higher authority, to give you the best advice to get through this situation, so that you're not left like wondering what if, like, did I make the right choice? Did I fail at this? Like, you'll know that you did everything humanly possible to make this connection come together and, to speak your mind and whatnot. This stuff makes me upset, and I'm so sorry that there are people out there that actually have to deal with this, that, I don't know. But anyways, my loves, I wish you the best with this, and I really, really hope that it made sense to you. If it resonated, please like, share, comment, subscribe. The more you interact with me, the more apt I am to pick up on your energy. If you feel comfortable sharing your story in a comment, go right ahead. I love hearing you guys' stories. I love knowing if it made sense to you or anyone. Hell, if this isn't your situation and there's just a Leo that you know, or a person that you know that this resonates with you, like a friend, or hell, it could just be a family member, support that person. Don't be part of the problem. But I love you guys. I wish you the best, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.